just so you know, there's no program token or any of those stuff yet. We're not issuing any money to anybody. That would take a lot of security and a lot of, legal formal registration to pass through. Not that crypto requires all of those stuff, but for it to be a legitimate currency, it has to go through those stuff. But okay, now this is where the project comes in, because I know you probably saw it and you're like, but I've been studying into cryptocurrency, and most of how the ledger works is actually anonymous, you know, and it doesn't require most of those stuff because it's built on a decentralized computer. Okay, and everything is just keystrokes. When I started looking into the financial system and every other part, I found out that everything is practically, permits me to use the word, but just Masonic. Okay, it's just beliefs. There's nothing really there. It's just still the same transactions we do every single day on our daily lives. But online, it has so many front page. It has people believing it's something that big. When you hear people say blockchain, 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 you assume it's a certain server somewhere which connects a whole lot of computers together, collecting a chain, that's BS, all BS. Because in reality, what they mean by blockchain is simply just posting on Instagram. Every single post you post is engineered on the web, which gives you information about the date and the time which the poster sends it, which creates an authenticity, look to it. And then every post he makes adds onto the universal block, which he can also receive revenue for those posts. That's a blockchain. That's a blockchain technology, not built on cryptocurrency, but built on social media. Now, in terms of currency, what does the blockchain mean? It's just ledgers of each transactions that are being made, shown publicly on a computer, with nobody, initiating it like, a deposit and a withdrawal, the same way that goes on in the bank. So what is called a BTC blockchain, I'm taking into crypto a lot, but I kind of like want you to have an insight to what's going on. So what is called a BTC blockchain is simply just an open computer source that everyone can see every transaction that goes on, even on social media or on the web page. And then the currency was issued out as tokens, same way money would be sent out in an economy system in a civilization, and then everybody's being taxed for it and is paired on computers with other pairs, other currencies for people to also trade and stake money on, same way that it's being done in the stock market. So it's just simply just a security issue, and then a front page for a token or an investment platform. I don't know if you get an idea of what I'm trying to say. Hopefully I'm clear enough. You're speaking with an African, but hopefully I have enough insight to help you understand what this is all about. Now, in the idea of what JForexHouse is doing with having our own token, or something I'm calling JFX, is because Telegram is developing a system called the Open Network. Telegram Open Network. So simply, it's Telegram saying we are going to be issuing out our own revenues in our own currency, and also giving communities the abilities to create their own token within our app. So Telegram is upgrading to that direction, So that's also a good thing for my own community. Now, I'm not doing anything yet. There's no token yet. But if that is happening, then I'm trying to fund it's kind of like an awareness program, because Telegram is not doing any ads or any advertisement or any promotions on any media platform telling them that we are doing this. Okay, they expect the administrators of the community to do it themselves. That's how the system works. So what I'm doing is fronting it as a system that JFX is developing, not Telegram itself, but rather JFX is working towards it. And at the end of the day, it's just going to be kicking a keystroke of creating 100,000 token within Telegram app, and then Telegram will be fronting it as Ton, but I can customize it from Ton to JFX, and then have everybody use that token within my community instead. And then within Telegram app, which there's now an availability of a wallet, they could withdraw those tokens into USDT and withdraw them into their local currency and trade. So it's going to be real money, and it's going to be generated from the revenue of which the community makes. but the revenue doesn't go to everybody. Rather, it comes to me, the admin, and then I create a certain game or a certain system where traders can answer questions or do tasks, and then they receive these tokens. These tokens are now distributed to them, which they now can withdraw, or they can use to maybe subscribe to people's channel, like PowerFX. They could just earn those tokens and use them to subscribe for Signal platforms. But it's all about being an ecosystem. Okay, so that's what the token is all about. For now, there's nothing there. I'm just creating graphics and linking the channels and giving everybody insights. But this is what is going on, and the world is actually really becoming decentralized.